Step 2, tidy up. In this step, we'll look over the brainstormed list of questions in our digital notebook and edit them, so when we use them to search the internet, we'll get the very best search results with websites that have the information we really want. Most people start a web search by putting 1 or 2 words into a search box and seeing what they get. But as you've learned in step 1, we'll start by thinking about our topic and typing several words, phrases, and questions in our digital notebook first. We're going to look at what we've brainstormed in our digital notebook and change the words and phrases to make sure they really ask the whole question we have in our mind, using the most specific words we can think of. We'll edit our digital notebook to make real questions that start with questioning words like who, what, why, when, where, and how whenever possible. So, for example, here's a digital notebook I started to collect information about why Abraham Lincoln was a great president. If I just put Abraham Lincoln into the Google search box, I'm going to get a lot of irrelevant websites about the White House, the facts, his birthday, his life story, his biography. I don't want to know about that stuff. I want to know why everyone thinks Abraham Lincoln was such a great president. So let's think about this for a minute. If I were going to ask a teacher why Abraham Lincoln was such a great president, I wouldn't just say, Abraham Lincoln, to her, right? She wouldn't know what I was talking about. To get a good answer, I'd need to ask a real question with specific words to help her understand exactly what I want to know. I'd probably ask her something like, why was Abraham Lincoln such a good president? Well, most of the time, Google can understand exactly the same question that we would ask a teacher. So let's try it. Okay, so instead, I'm going to grab this question and plop it into Google. Why was Abraham Lincoln such a good president? Aha! Now we've got websites that really speak to the question we wanted to get answers about. The accomplishments of Abraham Lincoln, 10 qualities that made Abraham Lincoln a great leader. Was Abraham Lincoln a good president? Again, why was Abraham Lincoln a great president? These are the websites I really wanted to read. So in this step, we'll learn to edit our digital notebook so we have real questions that start with questioning words, and we'll learn to make our questions Google ready, which is to say that we'll learn how to optimize our questions for searching the internet, making them specific enough for a search engine to find the right websites. Finally, we'll make sure our words are spelled correctly. So let's start by watching Caitlin talk about how to form questions so they get the best search results. She'll show you how to make your questions Google ready.
For us to get good search results back from our question, we need to make sure that each question is specific and on track with what we want to know. So who are the women inventors is okay, but I think it needs to be more specific. I think a better question would be, who are the modern day women inventors? Check my spelling. I think that's a much better question. It has a questioning word, it has correct spelling and grammar, and it's very specific.
Finally, let's watch Caitlin tidy up the search questions in her digital notebook about becoming a video game maker.
Okay, now it's time for me to tidy up. I think I'm going to read over my questions one more time and see how they look. Alright, what do they do? Okay, I don't know, they. It's a little out of context if I try to put this into Google. I don't think it'd know what they is. It could be really anything, like dogs or ex-presidents, anything. So I need to be more specific. Or I could just take this question out. Okay, looking at my next question. How do I make video games? Oh, well, I see this red line here. My word processor's trying to tell me that this word's spelled wrong, so I'll just control click or right click if I was on a PC, pick the right word, video, and now it's right. How do I be a video game maker? That sounds right too. Okay, I think this looks great. I think I'm ready to transfer. That's step 3.